Hi, I'm Brent and this is a quickie video update for you to let you know more about how to improve the brakes on your Subaru. And today we're talking about this Subaru Forester Turbo Diesel. Now our rally car is the MY10 model here in Australia. However, the important thing is the brakes across most of the Subaru range are very similar, with the exception of the 06 onwards STI, which has got a slightly bigger stud pattern to suit a larger wheel bearing assembly. Prior to that, all the Subarus for many years were very much the same. So if we're talking here today about WRX, Forester, Forester XT, non-turbo, XV, all these models have got the same stud pattern, and a lot of the calipers and the brake assemblies are interchangeable. And what I want to show you here is on our Forester, what we've upgraded is to typically the old-fashioned 4-pipe caliper. This is the caliper that came out in the 99 to 2000 model STI. The only difference is it's not painted fancy colour, because on the rally car all the stone chips destroy it rather quickly. It's got a classic 4-pipe square brake pad, and what we fitted with is the DBA T3 5000 series rotor. Now T3 being the new multi-directional slotted rotor to get rid of the dirt and get rid of the gas under high braking loads, which makes the rotor a lot more efficient in its stopping. It's got a 4000 series type friction surface or cast iron assembly, which means it's more robust for high temperature thermal load, which reduces the risk of cracking under high load situations. Big example here with our rally car. The 5000 series specification means the centre is an aluminium hat, and you'll notice this part here, which is black, and the bonding mechanism, which is a bolt assembly, a special bolt assembly, connects the outer friction surface and the cast iron to our aluminium centre. And on this particular application, the advantage of the aluminium centre is it transfers heat to what is commonly an alloy wheel. So alloy to alloy transfers a lot more heat out of the brake assembly into the wheel instead of into the inside assembly on the steel part, which then transfers into the wheel bearing. So it reduces temperature of the wheel bearing and maximises the heat into the wheel, which is a more efficient way to get rid of the heat. The other advantage is because there's a mechanical connection between the inner and the outer, there is allowance for expansion and contraction, which again reduces the risk of cracking. And the other big advantage is there's less thermal transfer of heat between the cast iron outer friction surface and the inner aluminium surface. Remember, aluminium gets rid of heat a lot more efficiently than cast iron, but because there is a boundary there, there's less transfer of heat, which means you've got less heat going into the wheel bearing and the centre of the hub assembly. So that is one big advantage. This obviously at the same time is a vented rotor. You'll notice it's not drilled, slotted or dimpled, because in high load situations most rotors these days do have a propensity to cause cracking, which migrates from the dimples or the drilled parts of the friction surface. So I get my camera to follow me around to the back, and the advantage here is what we've just done. You'll see it's all nice fancy new caliper, because these are actually the calipers off our R&D test BRZ. Again, you can see how even in that model with a non-turbo rear-wheel drive car, a lot of these parts are interchangeable. The caliper on the BRZ is designed for a ventilated rotor, whereas the factory standard rotors on the back of this particular model Forester and some of the other model Foresters is a solid rotor. So what our guys have realised is to upgrade the brakes on my rally car. We've used the calipers off my BRZ, which has got a wider gap to take the thicker rotor because it's ventilated, and we've fitted a DBA 4000 series rotor on the back. And obviously you can't run an alloy hat in the middle, because inside here is the handbrake mechanism, which is a friction surface, and this part here is actually a drum assembly for the handbrake. On the outside it's a friction surface for the disc. What you can't see here is the difference in the thickness, but what you can see here is the design of the caliper. Mainly same pad friction shape. This part here is wider, whereas the original rotor caliper that we've taken off this particular car is designed for a solid rotor. Now you might just quickly ask, what is this part here? Well, this is the part that fits the inside profile of the wheels of the rally car, so when the car's driving on dirt and we're going sideways, all of this in here gets absolutely swamped with dirt and mud and rocks, and this part here is designed to scrape away up the inside of the wheel to get all the dirt out, Otherwise, what can happen, you can end up with a wheel full of mud and dirt and causes horrible balance problems when you're driving the car at high speed. It also protects the caliper from excessive dirt as well. So there you have it, a real good way if you're looking for improvements and knowledge in your car. 5000 series rotors, 4000 series rotors are the middle to high end of the quality components from DBA. For example, the DBA 650 or 650S, which is the slotted rotor, is the most common rotor across the range. That's the front rotor for a WRX or early model WRX, is a non-heat treated rotor. If you want a heat treated person, it's a DBA 4650S. If you want a 5000 series with the alloy hat, it would then be a DBA 5650S, and the S means slotted multi-directional in the T2 or the T3 slots. So for today, quick video update. The guys are keen to get the car finished. It's getting late. Coates Hire World Rally Championship in Coffs Harbour next week. We're going to give this car a run. I'm really looking forward to having some fun against the world rally champions from all around the world. Where else can you think of a sport where you can measure yourself as an individual against the world's best? And this is what the World Rally Championship here in Australia is all about. And from a passionate rallying point of view, I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully the information from a braking point of view will help you. For today, make a comment here on our video channel, send us an email, pick up the phone. Your feedback helps us decide what to tell you next to guide you with your knowledge. These designs are available across a whole range of model cars. If you want to see what fits your car, go to our website, click on the green button, put in your year, make and model, and that'll show a whole heap of parts, particularly brakes, available from Australia's leading brake manufacturer, Disc Brakes Australia, here in Silverwater, Sydney, Australia. But for now, I'm Brett Middleton. It's time to go home and get ready for the rally. Thanks for watching.